All right, packing list. Check that out. You don't need to know my address. Geez, they aren't kidding around here. Gotta get all these staples out too. I'm gonna work on that. Okay. That's the thing. That is the thing. I'm very happy. All right, look at that. They actually included a couple of clamps on here. Excited about that. That's an important piece to have. So now I just have to figure out how to install the sucker. And as soon as this call is over, I'm probably going to work on it. Because, you know, this is important to me. Can you hear me? I hope you can. I'm actually on a work call right now, so that's why I have the headphones on. I'm actually pleased and impressed that they have like stapled this stuff all together too. That's a big deal. That's more work. Having done some shipping in my life of packages for work, so yay them again. Okay, this is the ship boot. Oh my gosh, and it doesn't come out. That's nice. All the packing gets wrapped in. Oh, dude, they sent me more than I asked for. That was super nice. Cool. Here are both the parts I received today. I really just needed the rubber shift boot. Mine is torn. This one is not. And I also absolutely desperately needed this. So this is what I'm going to do this evening, is put this on. It is the turbo inlet pipe, and I will be able to drive my car, assuming nothing breaks while I'm doing that. I hope not. That's what's happened so far. It won't. You know, it's just an 18-year-old car. Why would something break while I'm installing this part, right? Well, my new used rubber shift boot has a little bit of a crack here. Not nearly as bad as how torn mine is. So I'm going to use the weather strip and gasket adhesive that I used on the taillights and see if that does the trick. And then I'm going to work on taking off my turbo inlet pipe and installing the new used one. Yay. That was entirely too easy. Now we'll just let it do its thing while I work on other stuff. All right. As you can see, there's the hole. There's the rip part that we're causing me to replace this whole piece. So I'm going to start pulling things off. All right, a little bit of pre-assembly. I'm going to put that piece on, which is the one that's going to come up to here somehow. All right, from that, what used to go from there. So I know that's got to go on. I know where this one goes. So this piece that I have to cut off with this one-time clamp, that needs to come off, and that I know goes here into that. All right, I don't know what goes on that big one yet, so I have to see what else is attached to this thing. It's very hard to tell from here. Too many things in the way. Maybe I'll take that off, get it out of the way. That's not really in the way, just a little bit. Oh, that's it right there, is it? Hanging in there. Oh yeah, this thing goes straight into that. I don't know what goes into that. I'll figure that out in a minute. Because there's another, gotta be, there it is, right there. That's hard to see from where you are. It's over, up in there. Yeah, that one. It looks like it's two things going into there. All right, okay, we'll figure it out. Phone, got the old phone working there. See what we need to do. So like I said, I got to get this off of here, and I'm going to need a new clamp for that, which I don't think I have. So there's going to be a run to the store involved here. We'll see when I get everything apart. And then this thing is attached to that down there as well. All three of these things are attached to that. So the first thing here is this clamp right here, and I'll get this out of the way because there's a lot attached to that. All right, let's see. You can't really see from there, can you? Sure you can. There's this clip right here. All right, so we're gonna try and cut that sucker off of here and just get in here with these docks. Maybe not.
The other way is to get under it with this little screwdriver. Oh, you gotta be kidding me. That was gross. Look how disgusting it is down there. Alright. One thing I'm not worried about is damaging the black plastic thing.
To be honest, my best luck has been using let me adjust this just a hair. There you go. I've been using channel locks and just kind of squeezing the sucker.
So that I can. And then getting under. Oh, that doesn't want to come off at all.
Always an adventure. And in the distance, a dog barked. For those of you younger than me, that's an obscure reference to a Far Side cartoon. There. See, voila. A tip from another channel was to run a pick inside these kind of junctions to try to loosen them up, separate the rubber from the part, and it still may not really want to come out, but it's coming out. There you go. Come on, baby, you can do it. You're so close. Wow, baby is in there all right. I don't know how far that thing goes in. But it's coming out little by little. Almost. There we go. All right, there's that one. That'd be nice if that was all the way up to that. All right, I might have to pull this connector just to make it easier to get all that stuff out of the way. We shall see. Yeah, definitely want to do that. All right. Retaining clip. All right, you can't see anymore. All right, I got it. I put it back in. This whole clip, actually, this wire just comes out so that these two things can get separated. Interesting. Okay, so that's out of the way. Off of there. All right, I have to get this thing off of here, and that's just a Jubilee clip back here that you can't see. on the back end of the forge blow off valve. All right, so that should come out pretty easily. Yep, there we go. All right. So that's what we're looking at now, is this right here. That came out of that. A little oily, as one would think it would be. Okay. This also connects into this down there. I'll figure that out. This is going to be fun, getting the bottom of these two. There are two clamps here. This one I want to keep on, the top one. I want to get this bottom one off of here because that's the one that's clamped around the outlet that's attached to the turbo inlet pipe. So that's that bottom one's got to come off because of course I don't want to ruin this piece because I need that. So for access, I think I'm going to have to take this off, although even my light is leaning on it, but I want to be able to get straight down to that, so that's got to go.
Two hours later. Which direction is it? There it is. Can you see my hand down there?
Yeah, I can, absolutely.
Can you see the screw?
I can see the screwdriver, but I can't see the screw, which is hilarious to me. Out of there, after much travail. Now we have to...
That, off of that, to
Right.
go on here. This is already on there. That's what broke on the old one.
Right.
This was a pain to get off on that one, just because where it was.
And then this, that's for the
Blow off
forge.
valve, right?
And then the other one is just another vacuum line that I can't remember which one it was, but we'll
It's
figure it
one
out. And you're right, you can kind of only barely see where the clamp is down there.
Yep, okay, cool.
Trevor managed to slip it on while reaching around and pretty much just hugging the top half of the motor.
Yeah, you just give it one back here and one right here.
That was hilarious.
Right. Having a pad here helps.
Yeah, absolutely. So for all of you that, I don't know who's ever going to see this video, but
Right.
nobody ever shoots how difficult this part is.
And I just got
So
a
the way
little
you can see it. So
7 mil on a little ratchet with an extension.
and which it's just by feel because you can't see it from
Can't see
either side.
anything anywhere.
What's up?
What's going on here?
Alrighty, going back together bit by bit. Not running right though, so we're making sure everything is tight. Alright, we're back at it day 2. I've taken off the charge pipe. It's over there. Because thinking if you look way deep down in there, way down in the bottom, which is actually kind of hard to see, looks pretty much like that clamp has fallen off, and you can see the ribs on it. The ridge area where the clamp was tightened is to the left of it, so we're probably off of the turbo, which could be causing our problems. So without further ado, I'm going to get all greasy again and see if I can fix it. All right, what's almost impossible to see down there and focus on correctly is that clamp is in fact where it should be pretty much. I see if I can scoot it in just a little more. But it appears to be on from what I can tell. Yay! All right, here you go. This is what it looks like to reach around behind and loosen and or tighten the hose clamp that is on the turbo inlet pipe where it connects to the turbo. I sped this part up a little bit. Totally by feel. You literally cannot see the bolt, the screw, whatever you want to call it, for the Jubilee clamp, for the hose clamp. So just got to get your hands back down in there, feel where the head of that thing is, slip the 7mm socket on, and tighten away with your other hand underneath in case you drop it. From here, it's just putting everything back together. It was pretty boring. I didn't shoot much of it. And then a road test. Yeah, so I've done all the work that I think needs to be done on this car, and it's not running right. It's running. I'm able to drive it. It's just louder for some reason, which might be part of that downpipe, but it's rough. It's not smooth like it was, and I don't understand why. Maybe it's in limp mode. I just don't know. Well, we're waiting on an ignition coil. Turns out that was the problem. The only problem with these cars is all the junk that's on top of the motor there that you gotta move to get to the ignition coil. It's kind of a pain. But I know which one it was. You know, just pull the connector off and the engine ran just as poorly. It's being delivered to my local AutoZone, and I will pick it up and put it in, and that, fingers crossed, will be the end of this little journey. I've got other stuff to do. You know, I got the ABS sensor on the wheel, but fingers crossed, right? All right, there it is, new part. Gonna go right there. But first I'm gonna put gloves on because I just don't feel like getting dirty, and I know all that stuff is dirty. Because I gotta put it all back together, of course. My hope, of course, is that this is gonna be the last time I'm gonna have to do something like this for a while. Again, much easier with two hands, so you're getting a rough version of this for sure. Oh, now come on, Daddy-O, you can do this. All right, maybe not. Maybe not. Oh, connector broke, of course. All right, so let's kind of snap together all these pieces of heat shield there, and then bolt everything back in, including this lovely contraption. And I can never remember how it goes in here, but it goes in here. It goes in here like this. I don't know, I'll figure it out. No, it goes in like this. Seriously, can't remember. All right, bracket mostly lined up. And then we have to take this hose off to get to this one in the back, as always. All right, here goes nothing. So of course, the screw like dropped down in there, and when I got it out and went to drop it in my hand, it dropped down in here somewhere. Of course, because that's what happens to me when doing something simple and putting something just simply back together. And if it got down below that, it's in the wheel arch, which I have to take out from the inside. Totally dripping. Watch what happens when I take this one off. So gross. All right, we're all back together. I could even put the engine cover back on if I wanted to, but first, let's see how it drives. Close the hood, and I realized I have not reattached this vacuum hose. I'm gonna call this a thumbs up. Sounds great. I'm happy. I'll have to disconnect the battery for a while to clear the fault code on the engine, and then see if it comes back. But that's okay, no big deal. Resetting the radio is not a large amount of trouble. So yay! Woohoo! Back in the saddle again.